Hello, we are Slaves and we are here for Amazing Radio.
Bad Machine and Hey.
Now, it's been quite some time since you played Bad Machine, right? How did that feel?
It was good actually.
Good.
Not bad.
Easier on the voice.
Memories.
Memories? What kind of memories? When it was, what, 120 capacity, not 2,000?
No, like 20 capacity. And yeah, lots of stuff breaking.
Uh-oh.
20 capacity with 2 people turning up.
The good
that
old
kind of
days,
thing.
right?
Yeah.
The real days.
How does that compare with going out onto it? Obviously, you're supporting Jamie T, which is absolutely massive, huge. How did that come about?
Just, I don't know, just liked our band, I think, which is good. I'm not really sure how, it's just like all, agents, they sort of
Yeah.
you don't really know their ways, they don't like to tell you, but we're really lucky we've got a good team behind us and we got offered the tour, and since then we've become friends with Jamie and pretty sure he likes our band, so it's just amazing.
It's good taste, eh?
Mm.
You seem to have had, to kind of the outside, like a kind of stratospheric, here they are, they're everywhere kind of thing, whereas obviously you guys, like we chatted a little bit before, you guys have been plugging away for quite some time, really.
Yeah,
We worked at it. We haven't just
Come on,
come out of
no.
nowhere.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
definitely work.
Slow build up. It's a bit like porridge, slow release energy. Won't let you down.
Should put that on the album, Steve.
We are like
That could be the
porridge.
title.
Slaves, we are like porridge.
So how does it differ then? Which shows obviously you prefer? Like, I don't know, it's nice to have the kind of close-up interaction with the audience, but at the same time, are you really excited by these big shows?
I think we're both different. Like, I'm becoming much more like, I'm getting much more satisfaction out of playing even better, like getting better at my instrument and making it sound amazing for the audience. And I'm sort of like, I love the challenge of the big stage. Like, it's almost like I feel we conquered the clubs. Like, they're our ground, and I love going back to them. But now I like the like complete different, because the way you have to act on a big stage to all those people is completely different. And I'm enjoying the new challenge, whereas I know you still really love the club shows, like they're your favourites.
Yeah. I love the bigger stages. I think it's amazing. Like, I'm the same. I like the challenge, but like last night, going back and doing like a smaller capacity venue, like, I don't know, I just feel at home playing
Huge
a little
intensity.
tiny, dirty place.
That's sold out, right?
Yeah,
That's really good. So you're fitting in all these shows in amongst the tour dates that you're supporting as well.
yeah.
And as we've kind of heard just here today in the session, like a lot of them are really close to selling out as well. So that must be really satisfying.
Yeah, the amount of tickets we've already sold to each venue is like more than have ever come total to each show before, so it's really surreal. I don't know, you never, being from the punk scene, you just, selling tickets isn't a thing, you just turn up and people turn up on the night. Like, I think the most tickets we'd ever sold before this was like 12. So but I just feel like we got a really good team behind us and like friends working and helping us, and just after the festivals this was what we were aiming to do, and it feels like everything's really paying off.
Yeah. Well, speaking of the festivals, you've played an awful lot this summer as well, right? I think we caught up briefly at Beacons Fest.
Yeah.
Rainy, nasty Beacons Fest, but it was good fun. How was your set?
Really good fun. Yeah.
That was a highlight of the summer. Like,
All the festivals were amazing. We didn't have one bad experience. No.
Beacons really tested us, because being in such a grim state of mind where you're drenched definitely changes the atmosphere on stage, and like being in between Sleaford Mods and Fat White Family is a pretty hefty challenge to take on, but it was definitely like one that we enjoyed.
What are the plans for the album? Because obviously you released something a little while ago, and then you guys have been picked up by a bigger label and that kind of thing, and you kind of get the team, like you've mentioned, that come with that, which is awesome for a band like yourselves who should be reaching so many more people. Obviously, I think Nervous Energy was the first one that we came across at Amazing Radio and playlisted it, A-listed it. All of your tracks have gone straight to A-list because we're all just kind of, what the hell is this? This is so good. And everyone just loves it. At first, they're kind of like, the people who aren't necessarily into this kind of music are kind of like, what?
Yeah.
What? And then they're like drumming along at their desks and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's really, you got this infectious quality to you that I think's hopefully going to stick around and pay off no matter what the size of the stage is. So what are the plans when it comes to trying to capture that and record it as an album?
working with a really good producer that understands that. I think you're never gonna. You have to like making something good live and making it good in the studio are two different things. And when you try and achieve your live sound in the studio, it's not gonna work. You have to sort of like make allowances and do things a bit differently. And maybe we're gonna go in and play whatever we want on whatever instruments and not limit ourselves. And there's gonna be slow songs, fast songs, acoustic songs. Like we've written it and we're really happy with the songs. Like, and we're in a position now where we're just like, what do we put out first? And we've been playing them live, and it's just completely exciting. So
nice
we're doing.
To be spoilt for choice as well. Like we've got a lot of songs that we're really chuffed with. Like so we're struggling to decide what to play and what to put out.
That's a good position to be
Yeah,
in.
it's definitely a good position to be in.
We record as soon as this tour finishes, so it's like we're gonna be really tight together. Like tours always seal you together in your playing, and we're just gonna come off tour and just go straight into the studio and put it all down before Christmas.
That's pretty intense. That's an intense kind of 18 months you guys have had.
Yeah.
So then do you get time off at Christmas and then chill out for a bit, or?
Well, we probably had the whole of September and half of October off, and it gets pretty boring.
I need to keep busy, otherwise I go insane.
When did you guys first become mates then? Because I'd like to picture in my head there's some kind of like sepia tinted photo, despite it being the 90s or something, of you guys like hanging out at high school and first
No.
school.
No,
and-
I'd say that if you were to, like, there would be in my mind a place you could pose a photo, like on some steps outside the Sussex Arms in Tunbridge Wells. After one of his band shows, I was sitting next to him, and he was just like, "Come on, mate, come for a drink." And it was sort of the first time we had a proper mates chat, and I was like, if you ever need a bassist, like, give me a shout.
Yeah.
Before that, we'd played shows together, and I'd always felt a lot younger because, you know, if you're in a year below at school, it's a massive divide. And like,
In a small town, for
yeah.
sure, yeah.
My band supported his band, and he was from another town, so it was like quite a monumental thing. And I remember meeting each other there, but not really knowing each other. So the first time I'd say was on some steps after a gig, having a little natter.
Happy memories.
Mm.
We could put some kind of fade in here and just, you know.
It's really vivid in my head as well. I can picture the setting so clearly.
See, I should have asked you separately, and Isaac would be like, "What? No, I don't actually remember." I'm
No,
not too
I do
sure."
actually remember it completely the same.
Oh, it's really sweet. That little hug that you guys had after Jules Holland is a special little moment.
I
We
like-
always
yeah.
have an embrace after a good show.
Oh,
After any show, actually. That's the first thing we do. We put down our instruments and have a cuddle.
that's
It's
really
become a routine.
Yeah. Just like having a banana 1 hour before stage time.
Essential.
Is that your tips for going on stage?
Yeah.
Definitely. It really works as well.
Give you that
Last
energy?
night I forgot, and
Yeah, same.
I didn't have the energy
I was
I
a
needed.
mess. 3 songs in, I was shirtless, sitting on an amplifier, thinking, how am I going to do the rest of this set? But
Where the hell's the fruit?
need the nana.
I've never appreciated a fruit bowl until this tour. I've always thought they just looked pretty.
Add
and
that to your
now
rider, man.
they're on our rider now, and I think they've always been there in the past. We just used to throw them about and squash them and stuff, and now fruit is really essential. And I get grumpy if there isn't fruit now.
Oh dear.
Not in a bad way,
Either.
I just get sad.
That's not good. That's not good prep for a show. You need the fruit.
Yeah.
Now we leave the bottles of whiskey and we're attacking the fruit bowl.
You guys drink
We
a lot of green
changed.
tea. I've seen you've been getting some stuff sent to you as well. Fox's Biscuits on board now. Nicely
Yeah.
done.
Vinny's our pal now.
Little mascot frontier.
It's got to be nice to everyone, and it really pays off. The biggest bit of advice I ever got from Isaac at our first show was, when you walk off stage, just leave it on stage. We see a lot of bands that come off stage, and all levels of bands, all types of musicians,
Dwell on the
and they just
gig.
go, this bit was rubbish, or they sit down and they can deconstruct it, and it doesn't make anyone feel good. It's just like, be happy in the moment, because what's the point? You're meant to be doing it to have fun.
Never
And
ever
people
dwell on a show. Just, yeah, once it's done, and just enjoy it.
And if you're not being honest, people see straight through you as well. So I think you got to make music you want to make. Like, we've both been in bands that we didn't make exactly what we wanted to do, and the reason we're a two-piece is because we're the only 2 people that wanted to make this type of music. So if you're not completely happy, just don't do it. You've got to really, really like believe in what you're doing, I think, and then the rest surely will follow.
Mm.
I think that's really good advice. definitely. Speaking of at the minute at Amazing Radio, we had last month it was Amazing Radio Rocks, so we had I mean we've got a pretty eclectic playlist anyway, but we hammered through a lot more of the heavier stuff through the daytime and that kind of thing, which has been great. And then this month, for all of November, it's Amazing Radio Live, so we're focusing on the live circuit and live gigs, and obviously doing these sessions. But on touring around the UK and things like that, you must come across venues that you love, venues that you don't. If you want to, I don't know, pick a kind of favourite venue each for playing, where you had like a really great show, or which one do you like playing the most? You look forward to it when you see it on the itinerary.
I'll always plug the Tunbridge Wells Forum.
And then closely second, Derby Hairy Dog.
Yeah.
I've not been to that one.
No,
It's
not
amazing.
It gets.
You wouldn't have. Like, a lot of people wouldn't have been there. I don't think.
Because
It
it's
gets
so
missed.
close to Nottingham. There's some political issues in the industry about
Okay.
Nottingham versus Derby, because touring bands can't, because they won't sell tickets in both. But that is, you'll never meet a nicer group of people that are supporting the music scene, and it's really underrated. Then hand in hand with that, like Norwich Owl Sanctuary, that's
Yeah.
another incredible place which has just come up in the past few years. We played there last night. Independent venues are just like still there, and you just got to go to them.
The last record I bought was by a guy called William Onyebor, who's like an African electronic musician, but no one knows anything about him, and that's the way he likes to keep it. But apparently Damon Albarn is in a band that covers his music. It's really weird, like he's really unknown, but I was in rough trade and I just saw it and got it. Bought it for myself, but ended up giving it to my dad.
Oh.
I bought. Oh, so you weren't finished.
No, go on.
No, I don't want to interrupt.
I'm done, mate.
Did you not have a little final thought?
No.
Mine was Baxter Jury, It's a Pleasure.
Okay.
The best album you'll listen to this year.
Yeah, that was the second to last record I bought.
Obviously, we deal in a lot of new music and stuff like that. Is there anyone that's been exciting you? Anyone that you've kind of seen and gone, oh, just, you know, they're really good. I need to see them live.
I think Sleaford Mods have like pretty much the only band that have really like shocked me. I've been like, whoa, like when I seen them.
For me, it's just he's not a new band, but in my eyes, he's undiscovered basically. Oh, like not undiscovered, just like not on the radar of the mainstream. Is Baxter Jury's new album, and then Baby Strange. I just think Baby Strange are the band that I listen to, and I'm like, I want to be in that band, which is the ultimate feeling, really. So
That's a pretty nice compliment, man. We play those guys at work for sure. We again caught up with them at Beacons as well, and they played a good set too. So yeah, that's a nice little shout out.
And
Definitely.
they're lovely people,
There you go.
which always helps.
Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate you guys coming in today. It's been something I've been looking forward to for quite some time. I
Thanks
love
for
you guys
having us.
playing
us
live.
too. Thank you.